See, what God is actually telling here is Isaiah is he's gave him a formula. Now, this is what's going to happen, is what God is actually telling Isaiah. This is what's going to happen. If you do what I tell you, this is how the people will react. Their hearts will be calloused. Their eyes will be shut. Their ears will be closed. Do you know how Isaiah did that to all the people? He went out every single day and he told them the truth. Every single day, he preached God's call to repent. Every day. And day by day, those listening began to tune that message right out. That was the message of God that Isaiah was asked to go and preach to his people. And God told him, hey, before you start, just know you're going to tell them the truth. And as you do, slowly but surely, they're just going to quit listening to you. Oh, they listened, but they didn't obey. Over time, that message, it just became deaf to it. Did you know the exact same thing has happened in the church today? It's no different than the time of the prophet Isaiah. We may be here every single week. We may hear the call to repent. We may hear the call to pray. We may hear the call to reach out to others. We may hear the call to share the truth and the love of Jesus with others. We may hear the call to serve at church as something as simple as a greeter or downstairs with the kids or fill in the blank with wherever. The call to be a part of a different ministry here at church. The call to share the love and the truth of Jesus with others. We may even hear a call to give. Oh my goodness gracious. God might ask us to return to him what belongs to him. That is crazy. And slowly, we can hear those things week after week after week. And we just start to tune it out. And eventually, we completely ignore it, just like the Israelites. When we ignore God's warnings long enough, no, he'll send more warnings. God doesn't quit warning us. But no matter how loud God's shouts are, our disobedient hearts fail to listen. I can assure you that's not God's will for our lives. If we are to have the mind of Christ, we can and should know his will. The question is, do you want to? Do you want to know God's will? I worked in a church for 12 years, very similar to this, larger, but very, very similar to this. And you know what I saw every week at church? Nothing. No one ever responding to the Spirit of God moving. And I just grew up thinking, well, that's just normal. That's just kind of the way it is in the church. You know why it's that way in the church? Because everybody listening in the church has their hearts calloused, has their ears shut, has their eyes closed to the world and everything going on around them. And so we sit there and we do nothing. Every week we come and we sit and we do nothing. And we have big churches, we have lots of people, and some people might be offended by this, but I don't really care because this is the reality that we've been giving. We are the Israelites' church. I don't want to be the prophet Isaiah for lots of reasons, trust me. But I absolutely will convey the same message, a call to repent, a call to ask for forgiveness, the call to bring our families before the throne of God and dedicate our lives to serving